What is up? Chris Ramsay here. Welcome back. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to look at 5 tips and tricks that you can do as a magician to book more gigs. I know a lot of you out there right now are getting ready to book your first gig or are having trouble finding work. I hope this video serves you well. These are tips that I've used in the past to get gigs at restaurants with planning companies like event planners and businesses and corporate events and that type of thing. So may these tricks serve you well. Let's get right into it. Number 1, so the first trick I have, and this is something I've been using for a long time, is find a restaurant that you really want to work at. So make sure it's a fancy restaurant. You don't want to go doing this at McDonald's or something like that. Find a restaurant, find literally the restaurant you want to go to. Now, make sure it's a restaurant that is suitable for a magician. The environment lends itself to possibly having a magician. Now, ideally, you go there if you're old enough, if you're of age, you sit at the bar. If you're not of age, you can sit in a booth at the restaurant, order something small, play with your cards, start playing with your cards, start shooting them up in the air. This is actually Guy Hollingworth, I think, used to do this. He used to throw the cards up in the air and intentionally have them fall on a neighboring table. And he would go over there and explain to them, oh, I'm sorry, I'm a magician and I'm practicing. And he would start to break out some moves and end up just really blowing their minds away. And then the owner would see it and then he would get a gig. If that's something you're not inclined to do, just try to impress the waitress, try to impress the waiter. But before you do any of this at all, find out the owner or the manager's name. So the manager on staff, the one who's working right now, find out his name and find out all the information you can about him. Find out perhaps birth date or these type of things, and you can find them on Facebook once you have their name. So be a little sneaky like that. Get some insider information that you should not have prior. Now, once this is done, what you want to do is you want to reveal this information in a really cool way. So first you have to get his attention. Start performing for the waiter, start performing for the people around you at the bar, perhaps. The owner or the manager comes in and say, can I try something with you? You do this trick and you reveal the information in any way you see fit. So if it's his name, you know, spread some ashes on your arm, and then I obviously can't do it because these tattoos, he wouldn't even see his own name, but you get the point. You know, have it with a flash paper burnt into a piece of paper or something like that. Find a clever way to reveal that person's information. Maybe do a mind reading trick where, you know, you reveal his birth date or his star sign. Just really quick, you look at him, you're a Sagittarius, aren't you? Yeah, you look like you might have been born in June. He's like, oh my God, how'd you know?
Oh my God.
And then say, I might get this wrong, but I'm thinking the 21st or 22nd of June. Was it 22nd? And he goes, yeah, how'd you do that? And you say, well, this is what I do. I'm a magician. That's a really cool way of getting their attention and impressing the people you need to impress. So finding out secretive information about the place that you're going to want to work in. Tip number 2, this is a really good one. What you want to do is you want to send a small box to the business or company that you would like to be hired at for entertainment, right? And the box should look something like this. Hold on, sorry, something like this. Now, you can get these actually probably even smaller, but if you can find this size, you find these at Staples for about $12, and they come with a little key. So you get that little key, which you can lock. Obviously mine's not locked. And what's kind of cool is that you can actually fit your cards in here. Your decks fit. It's actually a nice little storage tool if you want to fit your decks in there. I got my red pill gimmicks all set up. I'll leave a link below where you can check this out. So just for a storage box, it's kind of cool, but actually for a prediction, it's even better. So this might cost you, this might be a little bit costly, but it should be worth it. If this, you know, so you don't do this every second business around the corner. You do this like, this company here has an amazing like business set up and they always hire entertainment. They're the ones I want to impress. What you want to do is you want to get an invisible deck. And what an invisible deck is, if you guys do not know, it's basically, they name any card, any freely named card whatsoever. You spread through the deck, no funny moves. One card is turned over and it is their card. That's a very, very strong thing. A lot of magicians use that starting out. So when you were like 12 or 13, this was the trick that you'd be doing and you would impress the hell out of people for good reason, because this is an impressive trick. So what you want to do is you want to get one of these invisible decks and you want to place it inside this box, and you want to wrap this box up neatly and attach a little card to it saying, in this box is a deck of playing cards, and in this deck of playing cards is one card reversed. The card that is reversed is the exact card that you are thinking of. If you would like to see the contents of this box, please call me to set up a meeting. And you sign your name, you leave your phone number, and you send it to the CEO of the company, because usually these guys don't answer their phones, right? And then bam, you get a phone call. Now all you have to do is show up, open the box, do the invisible deck thing, and impress them, and you might have just booked the biggest gig of your life. So using small tricks like this in a sort of sneaky way to get a gig is very, very valuable, and something that anybody can do as long as you want to take that risk and you want to take that investment to get that gig. Now, if you do that, you're stepping 3 steps ahead of the competition, right? So remember that. You might not get the gig, but you're literally trying harder than anybody else out there, and you will be more impressive. Number 3. Number 3 is a sneaky one indeed. Number 3 involves YouTube. So this thing. YouTube has a very interesting feature where you can unlist videos or make them private. And by doing so, it's a timestamp, right? So if I unlist a video from today and I make it public in a year from now, the upload date will be today. Right? So the idea here is to make a prediction, an impossible prediction. Again, finding out the owner's name or the business owner's name or anything like that is something very important in this instance, because what you can do is say, go up to the restaurant, go up to the owner and say, I want you to name any card at all. Any card whatsoever, a freely named card. Now this doesn't have to be a card. You could do the same thing with words or different types of information. I'm just using cards as an example. So say they name 3 of hearts. You say, that's incredible that you named 3 of hearts. And they say, why? You pull up your phone, you go to your dashboard on your own YouTube, you make the 3 of hearts video public, okay? And then you send him a link. You say, can I have your phone number? I'm gonna send you a link right now, which is, you're not gonna believe me. Boom, you send them that link. Then they watch the video and you ask them to look at the date that you uploaded it. And then the video says, oh, hi Mark.
Oh, hi Mark.
Thank you for allowing me to possibly perform at your restaurant. I would love to do that. In fact, today is a month in the past, and I have predicted something that you would say to me in this meeting. And if I get it right, I'm pretty sure that you're gonna hire me. Your card was a 3 of hearts. Boom, are you kidding me? Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's like, get out of my head. So that's a really, really cool thing to do. It will take some time because you have to upload like 52 separate videos, but you can make them all unlisted or private and just boom, publicize the first one, the one that you need, and guaranteed that'll impress them. Plus you're like tech savvy at that point. You're like, oh yeah, I got a YouTube channel, check it out. Or you have his phone number now, which is pretty cool as well, or his email or whatever. So that's a very, very clever thing to do. And again, all these tips are like a step beyond what the competition would do. So you're literally placing yourself in a whole new category where no other entertainer or / magician would be willing to go. So it should give you an edge. Number 4 is something I've used in the past. This is really interesting. You guys might get a kick out of it. So basically I would go to the owner of the restaurant and say to them, you know, I'm a magician, do some card tricks. He's like, oh, that's fantastic. We might, you know, want a magician or whatever. I say, you know what? Let me go and perform right now. All right, I don't have anything on me, but let me go perform right now for a couple tables and see what type of reaction they get. And if it's positive, then we'll move on and possibly book me. And then you'll see right here. So you don't have to pay for this. This will be completely free of charge. And I'm happy to do it. Of course, they're gonna say yes. They're gonna say, oh, hell yeah. You go and you do a couple tricks at the table. You say, hi, my name is Chris. I'm a magician. I was hired tonight to entertain you. Please pick a card, whatever you want to say. Now, before you get into the trick, you tell them secretly without the manager or owner present, you say, I just bet with the owner and I need your help. So basically I bet him that if you guys were really impressed, he would hire me as a resident magician. It would really mean a lot to me if after I did this trick, you guys like exaggerated and like, oh my God, what was that? Or even just go tell him how amazing the magic was. Like, I know this sounds really bad, but I'd really appreciate it and it would really help me work here. But only if you're really impressed though. If this is not impressive, then you can stay seated. Is that cool? Does that sound cool? And they're gonna be like, yeah, we'd love to. You know, they're in on it. They're like, oh yeah, cool. So you do the trick, you get a crazy reaction. They go to talk to the owner afterwards and they're like, that magician was amazing. Seal the deal. You leave your card, a smoke bomb, and just disappear. Peace. Next, number 5. This is one of my favorite things. Do I have one here? So number 5 involves making your own business cards. And I get a lot of these questions from magicians about business cards and stuff. First of all, I do not want to see your face on a business card. This is just my personal opinion, but I think putting your face on a business card is a bad idea because if you remind them of someone they hate, there's nothing you can do about that. You're fucked. You're done. If their neighbor looks like you and he hates their neighbor, they're gonna be like, ah, this guy. You know what I mean? So don't put your face on there. Keep it simple, unconvoluted, very minimalistic with straightforward information there. I usually just go with black and white. Now here's the thing, I'd go to Staples, and again, I'll leave the link below for this because this is really cool. At Staples, you have these little packs of business cards that you can make with your own printer. You might say to yourself, well, that sounds sketchy. You probably have to cut them out. No, you actually, so this is mine that I made, right? And they come in sheets and you just bend them until they snap off. And these are clean edges. There's no ripples, there's no little ridges or anything. Super clean. So they look like professional business cards. They have a thick stock and the black ink there that I've printed on them. Here's what's really interesting about this. I think it's like 20 bucks and you get like 200 business cards. So a stack of business cards for 20 bucks that you can print yourself. But the interesting thing about printing business cards yourself is you can print them individually. I can print an index of business cards. So I can have, let's say in a pack of 200, I can have 4 of each card almost, right? Of 52 cards. So I can go to a gig, make myself an index in my wallet, have them choose any card or name any card or think of any card. When they reveal it, you know, boom, you take your business card, you leave it on the table. And you say, have a good night, and you leave, and it has their prediction on the business card. Or here's a really, I don't even want to be giving this away because this is like just a really strong piece of magic. Just print to the guy who picked the same card twice. Your name, your phone number, that's it. That's all you need to do. All you want to do is have them pick any card at all. Any card in the deck. Boom, you do a trick, boom. You say, oh, let's do another trick. You have him select another card. At this point, you've classic forced this card. Boom, he takes it again, and he goes, ah ha ha, he reacts, and you react. You say, oh, did you grab the same one? And everybody's like, oh, you probably know. You're like, no, I had no idea. That is completely, I mean, that happens. So I'll take credit for it if you want. I'll 100%, yeah, I meant to give you that card again. All right, let's take another one. Let's take a different one. And now they actually take a different card. So now they believe you that it was an accident. Before you leave, after you've done all the tricks, you just give them that card. And they read it and it says, so the guy picked the same card twice. And they're like, oh, because now you've taken them here, brought them back, and then boom. You know what I mean? So it's a small piece of information that they're going to remember. It's memorable. And that's number 5. So in all, just to recap, I want to tell you the one thing that you want to do is be memorable. The one thing you want to do is be something that they remember, right? Whether it's, and a lot of the times it's a personalized item, leaving them with something, but also leaving them with a memory, whether it's a video, a message, a note on a card, or anything like this. Leaving them with something impossible like that creates this long-lasting memory, and you will be in their minds, and they will think of you when they're booking their next event. And if they have your contact information, there are more chances they'll reach out to you. Now, after this is done, once you start working at these restaurants or these bars or these corporate events, I mean, you're gonna start talking to people and you're gonna start booking gigs at these events, which is pretty cool. So then word of mouth just sort of propels your own career, which is the idea. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Didn't mean to make it so long, but I think these 5 tips are really valuable. Play around with them. Don't necessarily take them for what I've given them to you for. Dissect them, maybe turn them into your own thing, or jump, springboard onto a different idea. The point is, get creative. You're a magician, right? You should be able to use magic in every aspect of your life to make it more interesting for everybody else. All you have to do is a little bit of research and maybe probably a little bit extra work. So I hope this inspires a lot of you to get out there and do that. Let me know in the comments below which one of these 5 tips that you would actually perform, or if you have already. And subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Sub. We'll see you on the next video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Tomorrow, we got a tutorial. Tomorrow is Tutorial Monday. It's gonna be a doozy. We'll see you then. Peace.